forgiving someone is misunderstood. There's people that's done me wrong that I've forgiven and they don't even know that I forgave them. Then what's the purpose of forgiveness? The purpose of the forgiveness is so that you don't carry around burden, because that's going to attack you spiritually. You see, there's some people that are not sorry about what they've done to you. So why should you forgive them? Well, that answers what I was saying in the beginning. Forgiveness isn't always for the people that you're forgiving. Forgiveness is a lot of times for yourself. So say someone's cheated on you, stole from you, done something wrong, put your name in their mouth or whatever. The one that I like to use the most is if someone has been unfaithful to you or unloyal, cheating. Because I think that that's the one that hurts people the most these days. She cheated on me. He cheated on me. I'm never going to forgive them. Okay? What happens when 2 years go by and you haven't forgiven this person? And can you remember that day that you found out you was being betrayed? Can you remember that moment, that hour, that second? How your heart went down to your stomach, how your stomach was in knots, how your head got dizzy, and your eyes, your vision got cloudy. Do you remember how it felt when you just learned that someone done you wrong, or cheated on you, or lied to you, or stole from you? It makes you feel sick, like in the stomach, in the head, in the heart. It really throws you off. And so you get that feeling. When you get that feeling eventually goes away. And you get to breathe again normally. You get to think again normally. You get to feel again normally. Maybe you start to trust people again normally. But it does take a physical effect on you, and whatever happens physically has to happen spiritually first. Remember that. We'll tie that up later in another video. But my point is this, without taking up too much time in this video. If a year goes by and I'm talking to someone and we're getting close, and I know that a year ago someone betrayed me, and maybe, cheated on me or something, or did something to betray me. And now a year later, I'm dealing with somebody new, and they do something that makes me think about what was done to me before. And suddenly I'm like, oh, I've been here before, da 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 da. If in this moment, this very second, this very single moment, as soon as that thought enters into my head about someone new in my life, my heart might sink to the stomach. My stomach might go into knots. My head might get dizzy. My eyes may get cloudy. I'll probably unwillingly relive those moments. So, to make sense of it all, the very day that you found out a year ago, that feeling, if you could put it in a box and close the lid, for you to open it up a year later, open it and get that same feeling is as if they just did it 5 seconds ago, but a year later. So that person who you're mad at for cheating on you, even though you may not hear from them ever again, a year later, they're still cheating on you. That doesn't make sense. We're not together. Yes, it makes sense because it's spiritually. Spiritually, you are reliving those moments. So that same gut feeling that you had when you found out somebody went behind your back is the same gut feeling that you're going to have when you remember it. So now something that is in the past, you're reliving it. You're opening old wounds. You're bringing back that same feeling you had when you first found out. The reason you're supposed to forgive someone is because the next time a situation like that arises, or you found yourself in a similar situation, it's not going to affect you the way it did when it first happened. But if it's still affecting you as of when it first happens, that means that you've been dragging it around. You need to forgive somebody. This person may not know that I forgave them, but in my heart, I set my intentions on forgiving someone. And now I don't have to carry that around with me. I'm going to be more expecting, more hopeful, more loving, more understanding in my next relationship. And if they messed that up, they messed it up. If I messed it up, I messed it up. But at least I'm not going to sit here looking at what this person's doing, where they're going, because the last person I was with, I know how that turned out. So not only does it affect, your physical condition, it also affects your decision making. It also affects your mentality. So we have to learn to forgive people, even for the ones that don't deserve forgiveness personally. To their face, you're allowed to forgive them behind their back. Because forgiveness is not for the people that you're forgiving. Forgiveness is for you. You don't want to carry around grudges, hates, bad memories. All of that is just going to if I just found out that somebody did me bad, that feeling that I'm about to get, I'm going to get that same feeling a year from now when I remember it. So it's like, even if it's a year from now, that feeling when I get it, it's going to be like I just got it 5 seconds ago in that moment. So then why am I upset with the person that did these things to me? Look at what this person did to me and how they made me feel. You don't want to feel those ways. You don't want to think those ways. And this person made you feel like this. And this person made you think like this. Now you're never going to be able to trust again in another relationship. That's nonsense. What you want to do is you want to forgive people so that you don't have to relive those pains, so that you don't have to relive those hurts, so that you don't have to relive those worries. You don't have to go through the things that you already went through once. You don't want to go through it over and over. That's what we're going to call repeating a cycle. All right, you have to break that bondage, those ties with people. The longer you don't forgive someone, you think you're doing yourself a favor? You're not. The people that I never want to hear from again because of the stuff that they've done to me, I'm going to be attached to them by a rope, a spiritual rope. We're going to be tied for years and years and years until I learn how to forgive that person. So if you really want someone to get away from you and you never want to hear from someone again, or if you need someone completely out your life, but you're thinking maybe a year or two goes by, why haven't I forgotten this person? That's because you haven't forgiven them. Why haven't I ever been able to get over it? Every time I go on a date, I'm always looking for them to do the same thing that the last person did. That's because you haven't forgiven them. And you think that these are natural ways that people think. Oh, we just think that because we're human. That's nonsense. How come some people are able to do some things that other people can't? It's because the people that can do it have applied themselves. They've set their intentions on that, and that's what they've done. So when it comes to forgiving people, remember, it's not about people pleasing. It's not about being a sucker. It's not about, being a pushover or someone can step over you or walk on you or whatever. It's about betterment. It's about healing yourself. It's about making sure that you're okay so that the person that you deal with in the future may not deserve what you're going through. And they may just innocently be wanting to go to the store, or innocently just wanting to go hang out with their sister, or innocently just wanting to go hang out with their friend and do something, but you can't get over that because you know what the last person did to you. I can't trust nobody with my car. I know what happened last time. We shouldn't live like that. That's living in fear. That's bondage. You're attached to something that you were supposed to let go a long time ago. Not everybody is going to do that. And when you pray to God and ask Him for instruction, and if you're so intuitive, and all these people coming on this channel and all over YouTube looking, and TikToks and online, and even in their daily lives, all looking for intuition and how to tap in and be more intuitive. If you want your intuition restored, you also got to get hate and anger and remorse and revenge. And I remember what they did to me. You got to get all of that stuff out of your heart, because you can't produce anything that's light when you're producing dark. Light and dark can't occupy the same space at the same time. They can divide the room, split the room in half, but they can't occupy the same place at the same time. So if you find yourself in a dark place, just know ain't no light trying to come out of that. You need to pray, you need to forgive, you need to get yourself out of that stuff so that you can move on. And you're going to see how the blessings come after that, because that's another thing. It's a blessing blocker. When you're over here worried about who's going to hurt you and stuff like that, the next person you meet might be someone that's going to hurt you, because that's what energetically you're putting out. You got to say, I believe that there are good people out there. I know that there's someone out there for me. I know someone who's going to respect my car, my home, my job, my life, my sex, my body, my home. I know someone who's going to respect all of that, and then that's what you're going to get. God bless you. Attract good stuff.